I did my bachelor's in international relations. During my bachelor's, I worked for more than 5 years for the Isaac Youth Organization, which is one of the biggest youth movement in the world. So we work on projects based on sustainable development goals, and my personally SDG is number 4, quality education. So for that, I did a project back in my country called Color My World, which is where I want to ensure to have good like English proficiency in my youth community.
So as a immigrant myself, moving to Canada at 80 years old, the Sustainable Development Goals are something that really resonated to me, because the reasons for us immigrating to Canada were for better education, for a better life, for employment, for self-expression. So the SDG is really deeply connected into the core of who I am. And currently it has allowed me to work for a local environmental NGO to further raise awareness about the environmental issues happening in Manitoba, and to engage the youth and Manitobans to take further action and to find solutions to our problems.
Quand j'avais 10 ans, j'ai voyagé avec ma famille pour vivre dans le pays de Ghana, et c'était une expérience incroyable, et ça va vraiment changer ma perspective un peu pour être plus en savoir de le privilège qu'on a ici au Canada, et pour voir un peu de l'injustice sociale qui existe dans le monde. Et à part de ça aussi, je suis très passionnée des affaires autochtones et les droits pour les autochtones ici au Canada et partout au monde. Alors pour moi, cette passion a commencé quand j'étais plus jeune, et puis pendant les années, c'est grandi. Et aujourd'hui, je suis très passionnée de travailler avec les communautés partout au Canada, les communautés autochtones et les jeunes autochtones. Comme moi-même, comme une femme autochtone, une femme métisse qui habite en Alberta, et d'engager dans notre propre façon avec les ODD.
So as a young leader, so I was able to give something to my society, which is like I was able to tell them the importance of education and gender equality, because like both men and women, both female and male, have the right to educate. And so gender equality, education, and the peace was my main role. And I was able to voice out not only the university level but the school level, as a societal level. And now I'm here as an international immigrant, I would say. So I'm proud that I'm being a voice to the international youth.
The biggest opportunity that I can remember was in grade 12 back in 2019 when I was finishing high school. I had a chance to participate in a plastic waste conference in Kyoto, Japan. And it was a great place to meet youth from around the world, from 11 countries, to research, to share our ideas. Not a lot of them were realistic. I was adamant about creating a world waste organization that would manage the landfills and the waste. But it allowed me as an opportunity to really think about, how the leaders of today, what problems or that they have to face through to come up with solutions or to make change. So it has really given me an appreciation of the current leaders and the challenges that they face, and the work that I, as a future leader, can do.
Alors, je suis chanceuse d'avoir l'opportunité d'engager beaucoup avec les ODD au travail, dans ma vie personnelle. Et je dirais que le travail que je suis le plus passionnée avec l'engagement des ODD, c'est de travailler à décoloniser les ODD et travailler à les rendre plus inclusifs et accessibles à tous les Canadiens et Canadiennes, en particulier pour les jeunes.
First of all, in a COVID era, it allowed me to meet youth from coast to coast, and it allowed me to create a public engagement activities. As someone who's from Winnipeg, Manitoba, where I know there's many youth like me who are graduating from high school, but they want to get involved. They know, they watch the documentaries, they read the books, they know that there are problems and there's global problems and global issues that we need to deal with, but they don't know how to get started, how to walk the first mile. So it allowed me to create engagement activities to connect Manitoba youth to Manitobans involved with the international relations, diplomacy, and to connect Manitoba youth to NGOs, from Manitoba-based NGOs that are working towards global development, and to really see the programs that are there, and to connect with them so they can take all the energy and the passion and to put it down, put that in motion, and to collaborate.
C'était vraiment une opportunité pour moi d'ouvrir beaucoup de portes et de rencontrer beaucoup de personnes dans le secteur partout au Canada et faire beaucoup de connexions avec eux pour les opportunités dans l'avenir.
From Spur Change, I learned about intersectionality, anti-oppression, and about the Sustainable Development Goals with the peace and sustainable development. And also the Spur Change allowed me to have more global family members to my family list, and I feel like a global citizen, and I really thank for this Spur Change for giving all the education activities and these interaction activities in the conference, networking, communication skills, and the leadership skills for us. Thank you so much, Spur Change, for everything.